the agenda for today is about something that I was reading. They talk about when you go to a restaurant. The restaurant, they say, I would like to get, I'm very difficult when I go to restaurants, and I stress them out most often because I'm very picky what I have. If it's not organic and not fresh olive oil, extra virgin from Italy, I'm not going to take it. No pasta, no breads, no butter. So what do you eat? Just vegetable. But they don't have to be sauteed, no fried. That is me. So I'm like, well, can you make an exception? Can you take that rice off and add more vegetables? No, that is the only way we can do it. So what's the reaction? What is the experience that you're getting out of that?
If they deny your request?
If they deny your request.
Not a good one.
Not a good one. Even if it's a great place, you feel like what? They can't satisfy your needs, right? If a client comes in, then they say, well, you know what, can you trim my dog's nails? An example, right? The first thing I say is, we don't do that, but certainly we can accommodate you. So the response is we are over-delivering because this is a surgical center. We don't cut nails, mostly in surgery, which implies that we don't do that, but we're willing to compromise to save you a trip to your vet just to cut the nails, and because we know what we're doing, we can help her. So bottom line is, whenever you go above and beyond what is your duty is, people appreciate that. And that is adding value to the client. And when people see that you go out of your way to help them out, so what is the response? The response is what we're getting out of control. They are the best. They appreciate us. I mean, the guy that's, we had this huge mass that we took out, and he was so appreciative that we lengthened the survival of their dog, and they know the dog doesn't have much time left because it was a big mass. Just that extra time and the fact that we tried, and the way we care for them, the way we talk to them, and the way we follow up with the phone calls and stay on top of it, that is going above and beyond what standard care is. We don't do standard of care. So I just want to bring that up to you is, do I really need to call at 9 o'clock at night? Yeah, because I call people at 10 o'clock at night. Or 11 o'clock at night when I want to go home and I haven't eaten since this morning. And I call them. You know what they say? I thank you so much. I wish my human doctor would call me at 11 o'clock. So guys, what I'm trying to get here is, if I do, I want you guys to do it. I expect you to do it. And that is where excellence comes from. Don't lower your expectations. Okay, so you guys are the best. We are the best as a family, as a team, because we go above and beyond. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is if somebody can pull the website on their phone and go to the tradition of the Animal Surgical Center so we know what we're about. Anybody, whoever wants to read it, because I'm going to have somebody read the ASC tradition. Because I think it's important to know where we come from and not just occupy a seat on a bus, the whole bus analogy. I want to know where the bus goes and who created the bus and where's the mission. Accountability is extremely important. If we have a client for Dr. Kyle's, and Dr. Kyle shows up this morning and says, you know what, he calls in and says, I'm not coming today. My dog is sneezing, so I want to stay home. What do you think that client's going to think of? Or if Fernuso's going surfing, so I'm sorry, but my priority is to go surfing, then dealing with a client that's suffering, is crying because their own family member is suffering. What is that? There's a lack of accountability. And that is what I want to really point out, is walk your talk. If you say something, do it. Don't say. So most often what we do here, we have a strategy. And Jen is very good. I talk to the receptionist. I tell clients, we're all gonna, can you do me a favor, can you call us in an hour? We're gonna give you an estimate. And then I go to reception and I say, call them within half an hour. Because they're expecting, we're expecting them to call us. So I treat them. Why? Because we're gonna call them before they call us. That's why the whole protocol about calling at 1 o'clock, calling at 5 o'clock, calling when they go home, calling the following day, Eileen is taking the responsibility to call 1 week post-op, all of them, not all in her cases. 2 weeks we see them, and then we're creating a protocol calling it 6 week post-op. Accountability. They can count on us. You know what that lady just told me? As I wish you were an oncologist. Because I trust only you. I was like, ma'am, I'm not an oncologist, I'm a surgeon. But if I refer to somebody that I trust, you comfortable with that. That is the level of trust based on what? Accountability. This week, Kent, and week yesterday and today, the surf is beautiful, phenomenal. I'm driving by the lip of the wave. You know what I say? I'm committed. And I gotta take care of my animals, and I gotta take care of my people. That is what I'm coming from. That is what ASC is, where we're gonna go, and who we're gonna become. This is the bottom line.
Okay, so the tradition of ASC. From when I was a young boy, I had a tremendous passion for animals. I remember saving frogs and small insects. If injustice was inflicted to animals, I'd be very upset. I always knew that my mission was to help animals. Growing up, I always volunteered in animal shelters. I rescued animals from the street and brought them to centers to be sterilized. The goal was to reduce animal population and reduce suffering. I always knew that I was making a difference. Ludovica, my dog, is in my heart and will be with me forever. She rescued me and was my partner for many years. She gave me so much love and support that I owe her my promise. I promise you that I will save as many animals as possible. During my training as a surgeon, many animals' lives were euthanized because of their owner's inability to afford surgery. I remember how painful it was. I left Italy and arrived in the U.S. with the goal to improve my skills and obtain the best surgical training possible. After becoming a board-certified veterinary surgeon, I started a mobile surgical practice to reduce the cost of surgeries and to save more animals' lives. After 10 years of operating the mobile medical surgical practice, I opened up the ASC, and the ASC's mission is to provide excellent service at a fair price. Every animal has a right to live.
You guys embrace that. So that is where I'm coming from. So I don't want to hear I didn't get it done. Do you understand how powered up I am? The mission is so powerful, so strong, nobody can stop me. And whoever wants to come with me comes with me. If somebody doesn't want to come, you don't have to follow me, but I'm going to get there. And if I talk the way I talk to you guys, it's because I'm passionate about it. Cristiano says the tone. I got a big tone. And I do, because I have a mission. Nobody can really stop me. If I see something wrong that I can jeopardize the well-being of the animals, I take you down. I don't care who you are. And you not belong here. You will not be here. So, this is not a threat. This is not, I'm just telling you how passionate and what my life is about. No. The CEO, superstar, Cliff says, I need a, I'm gonna, I have to have a balance. This is my balanced life. This is what I live for. Christiana texts me, if you don't sleep, you can get cancer. This is what she said this morning. You gotta hear this though.
That's an optimistic message, yeah.
I say, good morning, my love. I wish you a wonderful day. And then she has a mantra that she goes through it. I say, good morning, love. 4 a.m.? What are you doing to your body? Lack of sleep is proven to cause cancer. I'm serious. So I reply to her, I say, good morning, loving life and you. Guys, I thrive off of this. But it's not, besides you guys, I thrive when I can see. There's a little puppy last night came in. $12,000. Euthanized. Blue Pearl called me. I said, can you help these people? Absolutely. I had no money. Whatever. I said, just bring him in. She was crying. That is what makes me happy. It's not the money. It's not the success. I'm not really successful. It's just to make that difference in people's lives. And you guys are doing it. So if I get upset because Big Boy is using clippers I'm not supposed to be using or whatever, it's because I want the best for these animals. That is the only reason why I do that. So I want to make sure you guys understand that. I'm done. Thank you for listening.